Ever wonder if the secret ingredient to being a hero is just you? Let us talk about a movie that served up this very lesson with a side of dumplings and a whole lot of awesome. I'm talking about the 2008 masterpiece, Kung Fu Panda. Our story kicks off in the peaceful Valley of Peace, home to a big, fluffy, noodle-dreaming panda named Po. Now, Po isn't your typical hero in waiting. He works at his dad's noodle shop, his days filled with serving soup and fantasizing about Kung Fu. He's the #1 fan of the Furious Five: Tigress, Monkey, Mantis, Viper, and Crane, the legendary warriors trained by the great Master Shifu. Po's bedroom is a shrine to Kung Fu, but in reality, his biggest battle is usually with the flight of stairs. He's clumsy, a little overweight, and his focus is more on food than on fighting. But deep down, he has a heart full of passion and a dream that seems ridiculously out of reach: to become a Kung Fu master. Meanwhile, a shadow looms over the valley. The wise old tortoise, Master Oogway, has a premonition that the fearsome snow leopard, Tai Lung, will escape from his high-security prison. Tai Lung was once Shifu's prized student, his adopted son, raised and trained to be the dragon warrior. But when Oogway saw darkness in his heart and denied him the title, Tai Lung went on a rampage, destroying the valley until Oogway finally subdued him. Now, with his escape imminent, the valley needs its prophesied protector, the Dragon Warrior. A grand tournament is held at the Jade Palace to choose this legendary hero from among the Furious Five. The entire valley turns up, including Po, who is desperate to get a glimpse of his idols. There's just one problem: he's late, and the palace gates are shut. In a hilarious and frantic attempt to get inside, Po straps a bunch of fireworks to a chair, hoping to launch himself over the walls. The plan goes, well, it goes exactly how you'd expect. He skyrockets into the air, and in a 1-in-a-million twist of fate, crash lands right in the middle of the arena, directly in front of Master Oogway's pointing finger, just as he's about to name the Dragon Warrior. The crowd is stunned, the Furious Five are horrified. Master Shifu is absolutely furious, a clumsy, out-of-shape noodle maker, chosen as the legendary Dragon Warrior? It seems like a cosmic joke. Oogway, however, insists there are no accidents. And so, against all logic and reason, Po, the fanboy panda, is proclaimed the savior of the valley. This is where the real struggle begins. Shifu, heartbroken by Tai Lung's past betrayal and deeply skeptical of Po, is determined to drive him away. His training methods are brutal and designed to make Po quit. The Furious Five see him as an insult to everything they've worked for. They mock him, they ignore him, and they make his life at the Jade Palace utterly miserable. Po is an outcast, alone, and filled with self-doubt. He knows he's not a Kung Fu master, he's just a panda who loves noodles. More than once, he's on the verge of giving up and going back to the simple, predictable life he knew. But there's that flicker of a dream, that spark of passion that just won't die. And more importantly, there's Master Oogway's unwavering faith. In a beautiful, quiet moment under a peach tree, Oogway shares some timeless wisdom with Po. He tells him, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. He encourages Po to let go of his illusions and focus on what he can be right now. Following this conversation, Oogway ascends to the heavens in a swirl of peach blossoms, leaving a grieving Shifu with a final request: to believe in Po and train him. Now, Shifu has a promise to keep, but how do you train someone who seems completely untrainable? The breakthrough comes when Shifu finally sees Po for who he is, not who he thinks he should be. He observes Po performing incredible feats of agility and determination, all in the pursuit of food. In a moment of genius, Shifu realizes he can't train Po like he trained the five. He has to use Po's own unique motivations. The training ground transforms. It's no longer about hitting wooden dummies. It's about snatching dumplings, balancing over bowls of soup, and using his size and shape in ways no one else could. Suddenly, training becomes a game and Po starts to excel. He learns to use his belly as a weapon, his roundness as a defense, and his love for food as the ultimate driving force. He's not just mimicking the five, he's inventing his own panda-style kung fu. Meanwhile, Tai Lung, having dramatically escaped his prison, is making his way back to the valley, defeating the Furious Five with terrifying ease. Panic sets in. The only hope left is the Dragon Warrior and the legendary Dragon Scroll, which is said to contain the secret to limitless power. When the time comes, Shifu presents the scroll to Po. They open it with bated breath, ready to receive the ultimate secret of Kung Fu. And what do they find? Nothing, it's blank. A reflective, golden surface, everyone is devastated. The secret to limitless power is nothing? Believing it's all over, Shifu orders the evacuation of the valley and prepares to face Tai Lung alone to buy everyone time. Po, dejected, goes to help his father evacuate. His dad, trying to console him, decides to finally share the secret ingredient of his famous secret ingredient soup, and the secret is nothing. He explains that to make something special, you just have to believe it's special. In that instant, everything clicks for Po. He looks at his reflection in a shiny pot and remembers the blank, reflective dragon scroll. The secret wasn't in the scroll itself. The secret was him. There is no secret ingredient. The power was inside him all along. Reinvigorated with a newfound understanding and confidence, Po races back to the Jade Palace to face Tai Lung, who has already defeated Shifu. The final battle is epic. Tai Lung, a master of 1,000 moves, is completely baffled by Po's unorthodox style. Po is unpredictable, resilient, and uses his body in ways Tai Lung never anticipate. He absorbs blows with his belly, uses his environment to his advantage, and matches Tai Lung's ferocity with his own brand of playful, food-centric combat. The climax comes when they both fight for the Dragon Scroll. Tai Lung finally gets his hands on it, opens it, and sees his own reflection. He doesn't understand. Po explains the lesson he just learned. There is no secret ingredient. It's just you. Enraged, Tai Lung attacks Po with a series of nerve strikes, but they have no effect on Po's ample body fat. Realizing his own unique strengths are his greatest weapon, Po takes control. In the final moment, he uses the legendary Wuxi Fingerhold, a move Shifu had told him was the most powerful of all. Skadoosh. In a brilliant flash of golden light, Tai Lung is vanquished. Po has done it. The clumsy panda, the noodle dreamer, has saved the Valley of Peace. He earns the respect of the Furious Five, and most importantly, Master Shifu, who finally sees him not as an accident, but as the true Dragon Warrior. The film ends with Po, now a hero, sharing a quiet meal with his master, having found his place and proven that the path to greatness is simply believing in yourself. Kung Fu Panda is more than just an animated action comedy. It's a timeless story about overcoming self-doubt and embracing what makes you unique. It teaches us that our supposed weaknesses can actually be our greatest strengths. So next time you feel like a clumsy panda in a world of graceful tigers, remember Po, there is no secret ingredient. You are enough. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look back at a modern classic, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. See you next time.